Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. There is a surge tonight in the number of migrants, especially unaccompanied children, showing up at the U.S. border. The GOP is now demanding action from the Biden administration. KCAU 9's Washington correspondent Jesse Chenur reports on the response from the White House now in our top story at 5.
There's no other way to claim it than a Biden border crisis.
Fresh off a tour of the U.S. southern border, House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy and other Republican lawmakers blame one person for the recent surge in migrants. Tennessee Congressman Chuck Fleischman and Louisiana Congressman Clay Higgins stress Border Patrol agents are catching hundreds of people a night.
President Biden and his minions created an environment causing this surge.
You gave control of our border to the cartels.
The GOP congressional delegation worries about a rise in drug and child trafficking and the spread of COVID-19 in shelters. Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez calls on the Biden administration to work with them.
Border security and legal immigration go hand in hand.
The Department of Homeland Security announced over the weekend that FEMA will help process the high levels of unaccompanied migrant children over the next 90 days.
We recognize this is a big problem. The last administration left us a dismantled and unworkable system.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says FEMA will help ensure migrants have access to medical care and shelters and place them with vetted families.
This is one of the steps that the president felt would help not become a final solution, but help expedite processing.
But Psaki says the White House is still sending a strong message.
Now is not the time to come, but also we want to ensure that people are treated with humanity.
In Washington, Jesse Chenur, KCAU 9 News.
A Dow City woman is pleading not guilty in the death of her boyfriend. 44-year-old Beth Guzman is charged with first-degree murder. This in the February shooting death of 46-year-old Jeremy Frank. Now, court documents reveal Guzman previously admitted to shooting Frank and then hid the handgun and shell casings. We have more on the case on our website right now at SiouxlandProud.com. Lawsuits against Big Ox Energy in South Sioux City might be settled soon. People living near the now closed plant claimed that toxic gases seeped into their homes, causing health problems. The city of South Sioux City was also sued. Now a global settlement of 16 lawsuits is seeking approval from the city council. That next meeting is set for March 22nd. Upon approval, the amount of money the city would pay would then be made public. Last year, the Naia Women's Basketball Championship here in Sioux City came to an abrupt end, of course, because of coronavirus. But organizers here are gearing up for a comeback. This year, 16 teams are headed to Sioux City for the tournament, some returning after last year's cancellation, and some brand new to the conference. With new procedures in place like limited seating, stringent testing, and temperature checks at the door, the athletes say they are ready to hit the court.
For those that got here, especially on the Division II level last year, because we canceled in the middle, Division I never got to start. So I do think that there's a redemption factor there, and they are more than ready to get going.
Along with those changes at the venue, many of the events that go along with the tournament, such as the banquet and the Special Olympics workshop, have still been canceled this year. We do have the dates for this year's Tulip Festival. They've made official today. The Orange City-based event was canceled last year due to health concerns, but officials say it is back on and for its 80th outing, with safety protocols taking center stage. The Tulip Festival is set for 3 days in May, starting on the 13th and ending on May 15th. Well, a South Dakota ethanol plant says it has surpassed 1 billion gallons of production. So good news there. Dakota Ethanol LLC began production at the facility near Wentworth back in September of 2001. It started with a capacity of 40 million gallons per year and now produces 90 gallons annually. It has more than 1,000 members. The ethanol is produced from locally grown corn. The plant also provides a variety of distillers' grains products for livestock feed, as well as corn oil. Well, it's time tonight for our first check on the weather. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley standing by. Marcus, just when all the fields and the grass were starting to show themselves again, we got a fresh coat of snow this morning in Siouxland, but sloppy now.
That's right. A lot of that snow turning to slush here throughout the area as temperatures on the ground and above the ground are at or above freezing for most of us. So that's really helping melt that snow pretty quickly, and I don't think it's going to stick around much longer. High temperatures today throughout Siouxland warming up, mostly above freezing. freezing. 36 in Sioux City for your high today, as well as Yankton. 39 in Norfolk, 34 in Lamar's Orange City, as well as Cherokee, Storm Lake, and Carroll today. Overnight tonight, you can expect temperatures to drop into the upper 20s and lower 30s, so we could see a little bit of refreezing on the roadway, so just add a little bit of extra caution to your driving tonight. Otherwise, it looks like we are going to see a quiet night throughout much of the area. Details on that and what the rest of the week is looking like coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks, Marcus. Many people won't receive their stimulus payment until the end of the month. But if you start to think that yours is late, there's some steps that you can take. If your address has changed, the simplest way to update it is by filing your 2020 taxes with your current address. If you file electronically, the change will be even faster. Alternatively, the IRS has launched an online tool. It's called Get My Payment. That allows people to check the status of their stimulus check, as well as set up a direct deposit if they'd like. And unlike the previous rounds of COVID-19 relief, college students and their families will receive more aid. Now, students who were claimed as dependents will actually qualify for a relief payment, but it will go to the taxpayer who claims them. Additionally, some may qualify for emergency grants through their school. And we have everything you need to know online right now. Just visit our website, SiouxlandProud.com, or our free KCAU 9 mobile news app. AstraZeneca tonight is responding to a growing list of governments suspending the use of its coronavirus vaccine. Just this morning, Germany and Italy suspended its use as a precaution after some people suffered blood clots. The World Health Organization and other health experts have since determined the vaccine is safe. And AstraZeneca points out there have been 37 out of 17 million vaccinations, cases with those blood clots, so a small number. The WHO's chief scientist says a review is underway that could produce updated recommendations as early as Tuesday, tomorrow. The AstraZeneca vaccine is not yet approved for use here in the United States. The number of Americans who are eligible for the vaccine, though, continues to grow, and that is putting increased expectations on manufacturers as a result. Currently, 3 vaccines are authorized by the CDC. Dr. Michael Kafka with Unity Point Health St. Luke says that allows more doses can be made, which gets more people vaccinated. You can learn why it's so important to go to your doctor before getting your shot in this digital exclusive story. It's posted online right now at SiouxlandProud.com. An already struggling industry has been crippled tonight by the pandemic. That's what one Siouxland childcare provider says forced her to close her doors last month. Ashley Fleming says attendance dropped from nearly 40 kids to 6 at the start of the pandemic, and a lack of funding left her with no other option than to temporarily shut down. Just last week, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds launched a task force specifically to address childcare issues statewide. And coming up tonight at 10, KCAU 9's Lydia Vasquez explains the challenges some child care centers are facing and also how this newly created task force will aim to address them. There's a proclamation battle ongoing tonight between Nebraska and Colorado's governors. This after the Colorado governor declared Meat Out Day, encouraging people to avoid meat for 1 day per week. Now, Governor Pete Ricketts called it a direct attack on our way of life and signed a pro-meat declaration of his own in response. Saturday will be Meat on the Menu Day in Nebraska. The day was chosen to coincide with Colorado's Meat Out Day. And sudden meat shortages last year because of coronavirus led to millions of dollars in federal grants to help small meat processors expand their operations. The goal was to help the nation lessen its reliance on giant slaughterhouses to supply grocery stores and area restaurants. However, the money flowing to small slaughterhouses shows no sign of solving the meat problem. There is little doubt that the grants will help these small processors in turn provide sorely needed rural jobs. But the economics of meat now centers on larger, highly efficient slaughterhouses, not smaller plants whose numbers have been decreasing sharply. Global supply chains, though, are still straining under rebounding demand after last year's COVID closedowns. The biggest bottlenecks now are still centered around electronics. The surge of computer buying when more people started working from home has also led to a shortage of chips. That's affected everything from toys to cars. Well, KCAU 9 News is proud to tell the stories of Siouxland veterans. And nominations are always open. So if you know a veteran with a story to tell, we'd like for you to email us right there at the address on your screen. That is veteransvoices@kcautv.com. Education can change a whole nation, and a small nonprofit is determined to bring more education to its co-founder's home country. We'll explain how the books hold the key coming up.
And it's looking like we could see a light wintry mix the next couple of days. Weekend sunshine returns, and high temperatures, they'll jump back into the 50s and 60s. Details on all of that coming up after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and meteorologist Marcus Beasley. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
And we woke up to a very different kind of Siouxland today. Although where our tower cam is, you can see that we really didn't get much of that melting that I experienced in other parts of town today.
Yeah, especially the roads. It really melted quickly on the roadways.
So that's good news.
Yeah, great news there. You're really not going to have too many travel delays. And if you did, they were probably short-lived really early this morning. But even on my way to work earlier this morning, roads were not bad at all, just a little wet. The view outside right now from the KCAU 9 studio brought to you by the Port Neal Welding Company, showing that we are still seeing snow on those grassy surfaces, but most of the roadways, the snow has melted off quickly, and the plows had pretty easy work moving the snow that was on the roadways because it just moved really easily since it was very slushy. Snowfall accumulations out there as you head north, much higher. Sioux Falls coming in with 7.3 inches of snow. Spirit Lake to the north in northern Iowa, 6.3 inches. Cherokee to the east of Sioux City at 3 inches. 2.3 inches in Vermilion to the northwest of us, and 2.2 inches in Akron just to the north of Sioux City, and here in Sioux City right around 1.5 inches. So not a whole lot of snow in Sioux City, but as you head further north, those numbers continue to increase. Temperatures outside right now, they're right around freezing to just above freezing for a lot of us. 36 in Sioux City and Wayne, 39 degrees in Norfolk, Yankton at 30 rain. And here's some hens roosting in the trees out there.
Wow.
I don't know anything about hens or chickens for that matter. So
neither.
I don't really know what they're doing, but they're in the tree, and there's some snow on the tree as well. Thank you for sending that picture in. Go to SiouxlandProud.com. If you have any pictures to send our way, go to the weather tab, drop down to send us your photos, to upload some pictures to our website, and we'll show them off.
Animals are so resilient. They're hardy.
Yeah, they are.
All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Well, bath bombs have been an ongoing craze, I guess, in some circles. This winter, hot chocolate bombs, though. Just in time for planting season, there are now seed bombs, too. We'll explain what they are coming up. But first, the luxury of libraries, something often taken for granted, but in the country of Liberia, there are none. How a nonprofit is working to change that next. Public libraries are pretty common here in the United States, but in the West African country of Liberia, there are none. Aaliyah Williamson takes us to Ohio, where a nonprofit is working to change that.
A library is everything. A library is your future.
For Liberians, it's a luxury they haven't seen.
I don't know any place in Liberia that we can find a popular library.
Darius Ricks was born in Liberia. He says a majority of Liberians live below the poverty line, creating a barrier to education.
You got to go to somebody's cafe to pay money to print out your assignment. When you're not educated, life can be complicated for you.
Back in 2018, he asked his English teacher, Valita Jenkins, if he could mail discarded books to his home country. This sparked an idea for Jenkins.
They just want to have equity, and a chance to be equal, have an equal playing field, and that's what I want to be able to give them, the gift of the library.
Since then, they created the nonprofit Library for Africa, bought 2 acres of land in Liberia, and started plans to build a modern, technology-focused library. They're hoping to raise $350,000 for the project.
Your dollar, your 50 cents can change somebody's life.
They've also created care packages of school supplies for children in both Dayton and Liberia because they recognize the need for equal education across the globe.
It all starts with education because education can and will change a nation for those who want it.
Aaliyah Williamson, Valita, and Darius are hoping for a groundbreaking on that library in November. Pretty cool. Well, this is for all the gardeners. This is a new way to get your planting done. How these eco-friendly splurks or seed bombs are made. Next. There are a lot of new sophisticated products designed for garden care, but one artist is turning to paper and water. Pretty simple. Once combined, they create eco-friendly seed delivery systems. Angela Morrison explains how.
It's called Splurk, a water and paper solution that when combined creates a pulp. The seeds are added and then you've got a seed bomb.
You take shredded paper and then shred it, and then put it into the blender with some water and blend it all up. And then for making these seed bombs, we strain a lot of the water back out and then mix the seeds in.
And when it's finished,
once you have the finished product, you can take it and just dip it in water and plant it under the soil. They're really easy.
Willoughby Lohr has been practicing paper making as an art form since college.
Paper making is kind of a lost art, and the first time that I took a paper making class when I was in college, I put my arms in the bucket of pulp, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my jam. Like, I don't know if I was a paper maker in a past life or something, but me and pulp, we communicate. So I just knew immediately like how to work with it, and it's such a Zen art. It's very meditative, and I just love how you can kind of get out of your head, and the more that you think about it, the harder it is to do it. So it's a very kind of live in the now type of art.
In addition to the seed bombs, flowers, and other crafts, they are taking orders for Easter egg-shaped seed bombs. Pretty creative. Taking a live look outside right now, Marcus returns with one more check on your forecast. First, this look from downtown Sioux City. Before we wrap up here at 5, let's check in first with Tim now for what's coming up at 6. Hi, Tim.
Good Monday afternoon, Sophie. Coming up at 6, our Hannah Adamson takes a look at reports that American Airlines is continuing to sell departures from Sioux Gateway Airport, even though the airline won't fly out of Sioux City after April 1st. We'll find out what that's all about coming up. Also, right after World News tonight, it keeps thousands of vehicles from crossing numerous train tracks near downtown each day. Now there's work underway to rebuild the Gordon Drive Viaduct here in Sioux City near downtown. Find out what council members learned today from the Iowa Department of Transportation about that project. Also, comic books are generally for kids, but not this time around. Coming up at 6, Mom and Dad can really find a way to look through the comic book that's meant for them and not their younger ones. The story behind that coming up as well. That's all at 6 o'clock tonight. And luckily, that snow won't be around tonight at 6 o'clock.
That's right. It seems like the more you drive on it, and at least with the weather changing, it is melting. But as you said, we can expect kind of a chilly night.
Yeah, temperatures will drop down to around freezing, so we could see some slippery spots develop on the roadways tonight, but I'm not anticipating any more new snow.
Good. Thanks, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us at 6, and until then, have a great night.